everyone, I'm Fee and welcome to my channel. Today's video will be about my unboxing from a purchase that I made at Louis Vuitton last week, and I'm really excited to get to it and to give you all the backstory and all the details of what went into me deciding on this particular purchase. If you're interested in hearing or seeing what I purchased, please stick with me. If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, click the notification bell, and if you're ready to get started, I can't wait. Let's do it. Okay, I just opened the box and I'm going to do this unboxing with you. I haven't seen it since I made the purchase in the store last week, and it took a little while to get here, but I'm so excited it finally arrived. But I do want to give a little backstory of how I ended up with this particular purchase. I researched for a couple of weeks the handbag that I thought I wanted, and I ended up narrowing it down to three different handbags. One was the one I purchased, another was the Horse Bit by Gucci, and the third was the Lulu Puffer by YSL. Now, I'm a person who loves handbags, but I'm usually a large shoulder bag person and not really a crossbody or small purse person because I like to carry a lot of items with me. I don't know if that comes from being a mother for so many years and being so used to having to have a big bag to carry stuff for everybody. And I forget now that my children are all adults and I don't have to do that anymore. So I've been trying to downsize my purses and carry crossbodies, and I've been experimenting with some Michael Kors, some Coach bags, and some smaller bags. But I do have a cutoff of what I'm willing to spend on a canvas bag. And all the bags I had looked at, with the exception of the Lulu Puffer, were canvas bags. And unfortunately, I also have a cutoff of what I'm willing to spend on leather handbags. And so I did choose the Lulu Puffer initially. But by the time I looked at it online and actually made my mind to purchase it, it had increased in price by, I believe, $1,100. I mean, in a matter of a week's time. I just missed it. They did the price increase and I didn't know it was coming. I had no idea. And as far as I was concerned, they outpriced me. I was not willing to pay that increase. So that was crossed off the list. Secondly, the Horse Bit, which I'm going to have my executive producer, my husband, Big Red, put some pictures up of the things that I'm talking about today so that you'll have an idea of why I chose what I chose. So there was a Horse Bit, 1955, I think, by Gucci that I was really interested in. But when I got to the store and actually got to take a look at the handbag, I saw that it really was just too small for my needs. I don't mind carrying a cross body purse, but it's got to be able to hold at least my basic essentials. And that Horse Bit, basically, from the picture you'll see, you could just get like a slim wallet in there and maybe a card and a lip gloss and maybe your keys. I needed more than that, and I'm trying to get out of carrying the big handbags. The last time I purchased from Louis Vuitton was Christmas. I made some gift purchases, but the last time I purchased a handbag for myself was several years ago, prior to the pandemic, and I got an artsy which is the big shoulder bag with the braided handle. And my bag still looks brand new because I hardly use it. The problem with that bag, and I love it, and I call her Big Mama because she can handle and hold everything I have for her. But the problem with it was just too heavy to carry on a regular basis. So now, because I've been carrying smaller crossbodies by Coach and Michael Kors and some of the other brands that I absolutely love, I decided it was time to do a higher end bag with a crossbody dimension so that I could actually get used to carrying smaller purses. I just want to be compact and cute and carry my basic essentials, and that's what I'm doing here. So I've been on the hunt for the perfect crossbody, and I want the functional bag to be something I can carry every day if I want. Now, I do change my handbags quite often because I have a lot of them, so I probably won't carry this every day, but I wanted it to be a practical bag that I wouldn't mind taking anywhere at any time, and that's why I chose the particular one we're going to unbox. Also, before I unbox, and I know you're all excited to get to it, so am I, but I want to really say that the experience I had at Louis Vuitton was amazing. My CA pulled out all the stops. There was champagne, which my husband and I did not partake of because we had a long drive, and we hadn't eaten yet, so that was definitely a no for us. There was a frisee, sparkling water, and Evian water, and candies, and she actually bought out a bouquet of flowers for me. And I was just floored at the treatment I got. One, because I purchased other bags from Louis Vuitton before, and I did not have this same experience. I felt a little rushed at previous times, but this is a new CA for me, and she took the time with me. I recall even saying to her, don't you want to help some of the other people that are here? You know, I can go. I've made my purchase. And she's like, no, 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 stay. I want you to drink, enjoy, and then I'm going to get you some samples, which she did. She came back from the back room and brought samples for myself, perfume samples, because I had made some perfume purchases as well, and for my husband as well. And I thought that was amazing to give us the samples. And so the treatment I got was so top notch. I felt like a celebrity, I must say. And there were 3 celebrities in the store at the same time that I was. So I was worried about her because I had already made my purchase and I was ready to go. But she wanted me to stay and relax and enjoy the ambiance and the experience. And I really appreciate that. And I remember saying to her, don't you want to go help them? And she says, you know what? You're my guaranteed customer. Those people are maybes. And she said, I can't tell you how many people come into the store just to take pictures, just to videotape with the bags, and they walk out without even purchasing. She said, you're my guaranteed purchase. I'm going to spend the time it takes with you. And I really appreciated that. And so she knows who she is, and I just want to say thank you again for the flowers, for the frisee, the sparkling water, Evian, for the snacks, and we just had a great time and a wonderful experience. And I did not feel rushed. She gave me the time that I needed to research the bags that I got there with. Now, this is another thing I want to say about Louis Vuitton. I think because the previous times I'd gone there to make my purchases for handbags, I didn't really know what I wanted. I was just looking around and wondering what I wanted and trying on every bag, and I'd walk out with one bag after being there for 15-20 minutes of trying on bags and what have you. And I think this time, because I researched the bags, I had narrowed it down to a few that I wanted to look at, 3 in particular, and she had the bags ready and waiting for me to view and to look at, and she let me take all the time that I needed to make the decision so I would be happy with my purchase. And I haven't tried the handbag that I'm going to show you right now yet, but I'm excited to wear it, and after I do, I will come back and make another video telling you what I really think about it and if my purchase was a good one and what goes in my bag. But I will tell you, the reason I love canvas, coated canvas bags, not the fabric canvas, but the coated canvas, the reason I love them is because they're so durable. They outlast the leather bags. So this very bag that I'm going to show you came in Empreinte leather. It came in other materials, but I chose the coated canvas because I've had success with that in the past. So let's get started. Let's do this. Oh, wow. Okay. And I made 2 purchases, which you know what that probably is. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, my bags were even included. That's nice because I didn't walk out the store with my purchase. And the reason I didn't walk out the store with my purchase is because the store is 45 miles away in a different zip code. And their particular zip code has a higher tax rate than where I live. So in order for me to get my tax rate, which saved me about $98, I think, in order for me to get my tax rate, I had to allow them to overnight the bags to me. And they didn't come overnight. Matter of fact, it took 3 or 4 days to get here. But you know, I'm still happy with that. I saved $98. I could wait. I waited all that time. I could wait another 3 or 4 days. So I was not unhappy with that. And that wasn't their fault. That was the delivery people. But at any rate, this was a great purchase, I think. And like I said later, once I actually use the bag, I will come back on and tell you what I think of it. And I will show you what goes in it, what fits in it. So here we go. Dust bag. You get a really pretty nice box, and I think the box is magnetic. Yeah, it's got a magnetic top. I don't know why I can't say magnetic for some reason. They put a product code on the back of M44876. And I don't know what I did with the receipt. Right here. We'll talk about that in a minute. And ta-da! I got the Pochette Matisse in the reverse monogram. And I absolutely am in love with the look of this bag. Now, I haven't worn it, and this is the first time I'm touching it since I made the purchase, but let's talk about it a little bit. This purse, I really feel like is going to serve me well. And the reason I say that is because it has different compartments inside. And I don't need a purse organizer, but I do like compartments. I like my things to be compartmentalized. I don't like just an open drop bag where everything gets lost in the mix and you got to buy a separate organizer for it. And this purse had a back pocket, so it's 3 separate compartments, a middle pocket, and a front pocket or compartment. And it's got the, I don't know if this is dark brown or black, but I think it's black, microfiber suede interior. And because I got the reverse monogram, I'll be able to wear it with many more things other than just having the basic monogram. So to get the light and the dark, I think gives me more options for wear. The top handle, which is very pretty, is black and leather, and it's pretty tight right now, but I've seen other people's purses that in time, this sinks down and this looks like a real top handle. I'm not much of a top handle person, so I probably will just use the straps, which are adjustable and detachable, as you can see. So let's put that on here. The D-rings. Oh, what I love about the reverse monogram as opposed to the regular monogram is that I don't have to deal with patina and vachetta. You know, the vachetta, when you do get the patina on there, it darkens it from your hand oils, and over time the patina, some people like that. I like the new look. I like the nude new look. And so on some of the Louis Vuitton handbags, they do a treatment where it doesn't turn as much, but it still turns over time. But it looks better with when you get the treated vachetta that doesn't turn. But my other handbag that's an artsy MM has the vachetta on the braided handle, and that's the one thing that I don't like about it, and it's probably why I don't carry it that much, because I don't want it to turn. And my bag still looks brand new after being a couple of years old. So again, I'm going to probably wear it crossbody style or maybe on the shoulder, and I doubt very seriously that I'll even carry it by the handle much at all, because that's not my thing. But what I do like, the 3 compartments here, I like the gold hardware, which you can see the plastic is still on there. I'm a little awkward with this because there's nothing in the bag. And there's an S-lock there. The right side doesn't move, but the left side is what moves in. But you just hold the right to pull the left in, and it releases it. And then there's also a zipper in the back. Now, the only thing that would have made this bag perfect for me is if the zipper was inside, because I like I'm so used to carrying a badge from law enforcement and zipping it in there and having stuff inside a zipper that I want to keep confidential and I want to keep covered, and that if the bag was turned up or dropped, it wouldn't fall out. Now this is fine, but I just feel because it's on the exterior of the bag, it doesn't feel as secure to me or as safe. If I set my bag down somewhere, you know, I don't know, I just feel like I would rather have had the zipper here, like on most or some handbags. But this is my purchase. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm happy with the look of it. I'm happy that I chose this over the vachetta and the regular monogram. I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this. It has like a little accordion style, and here's the bottom of it. I know this is a crossbody, but I still would have loved to have had the feet on it, because I set my purses down quite a bit. And my goal in this purchase was to find a bag that I could get that was functional and I could use every day, that I didn't have to baby it or worry about if it bumped into something or knocked against something. I would be okay. And And this is not a handbag that I'm going to baby at all. Now that Lulu Puffer was lambskin, and that's a handbag you have to baby and make sure it doesn't get scratched and bumped and all that. I just needed an everyday bag that was pretty and functional and can carry all the goodies I like to carry, my basics. So I do want to talk a little bit about the price of this. Set that down. I paid $2,570 for this, but let me open this. I also bought something else. So this purchase plus that purchase brought me in right about $3,000. And exactly $2,981.55 with this and this together. And you probably know what this is. I had a wonderful time choosing a bandeau, and this is my choice I made. And my CA, she took the time. So one side, it's got the black and white monogram. The other side has multicolors. And when you twist it, the same. But she actually took the time to sit down to show me how to actually put this on and make it look right. Because I didn't want the black and white side to show it all on this particular handbag. I do have a black handbag that I would probably be able to use that side on. But this one I really felt like the brown and the pink and the cream or camel color would go best. And so she gave me a tutorial. She actually put it on the purse, and then I told her to take it off and I would try it again myself at home because I wanted to do an unboxing for you guys, so I didn't want to have it already on the bag. So then she wrapped it and mailed it separately, and I appreciate that. And I'm just telling you guys, I had such a great time. I can't wait to go back. I'm going to go back and purchase again because I saw some items there that I think I need to have. I'm starting to build my collection again. I had a nice collection, and in 2016, I just hit a point in my life where I felt like I had too many handbags. I was spending too much money on handbags, and there were too many people in the world hungry that I could be doing more for, and part of that was my son, who kind of guilt tripped me a little bit because he said, Mom, you spend so much money on handbags. You know, do you know what you could do with that money? Do you know what somebody else could do with that money? So I spent the next 2 years gifting my bags to people that didn't have bags or could not afford high-end bags. I gifted everything from Louis to Gucci, Prada, Versace, Michael Kors, Coach, everything that I carry. And I basically gave away almost everything in my collection, and I was happy to do it. I was good with it because I had made up in my mind this is what I was going to do. I didn't sell them, but I also went on a thing, I don't know what to call it. I went on a spree of buying brand new bags for people, but then I focused on myself really getting into Michael Kors and Coach because they were more affordable handbags, and the budget that I set aside every year for me to make my purchases, I could buy more Michael Kors and more Coach bags than I could Louis Vuitton or Gucci or some of the other high-end brands. Because with Michael Kors, to me, the canvas is very similar. And I've never had to return a Michael Kors bag ever, ever, ever. And so Michael Kors has been my go-to. But this one, I decided it was time to start living my life again. My kids are all grown. There's nobody here to guilt trip me or make me feel like I should do more with that money than what I was doing. And you know what? I worked hard. I've been working since I was 14 years old. I deserve some things that I want in this life. And I was having a conversation with my sister about, it's time to live our best lives. I lost a sister back in August to cancer. And one of the last things she said to me on her deathbed was, live your best life and live for me because I won't be here to do it for myself. And I just decided I'm going to just start really taking better care of me. I've taken care of everybody else for so many years. It's time for me to focus on me. And then I looked at my collection. I only had 2 Louis Vuitton bags. I had 1 Gucci bag left. I had a bunch of Michael Kors because I was continuing to buy Michael Kors and Coach. But I just didn't have enough high-end bags in my collection. And I decided I was just going to start rebuilding my collection again. Now, I will say this. I'm not going to go out of control like I did before because honestly, when you sit down and you look at the fact that your husband has to build you a closet just for your purses, there's an issue. And I'm going to look at it this time like I would a nice car. I mean, how many cars do you need? Really, you can only drive one at a time. So if you have a car for luxury events, you have a car for family, you have a car for you to get about town in, I don't think you really need to have 30 or 40 handbags in your collection. So I'm going to just focus on getting the ones that are practical, the ones that I need, the ones that I want to carry, and I'm going to be content with that. I'm not going to go crazy this time and have outrageous number of handbags, but I am going to get what I want. And here we go. This is one of them. Later on, I will talk to you about the Lulu Puffer because I did end up getting that bag, and I'll give you the backstory on that video. And I've been carrying it now for a couple of months, and so I feel like I can do a review about what goes in that bag and how I like the bag and if it was a great choice for me. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm very excited about it. I'm eager to put all my goodies in it, and I'll come back in a month or 2 or 3 and let you know how I feel about it. When I did my research on this bag, one of the concerns I had was that I read a few reviews where people were having some glazing issues, and this is the glazing here. And on this particular handbag, it looks black, where it was peeling up and coming off. And also, the corners of the bag were flaring up. But what I was told recently by the Louis Vuitton CA was that they fixed the glazing issue. And the way to not get the bag to cave in here is to stuff it when it's not in use, which I do with all my handbags, and or keep it full. So you don't really have that problem unless you're carrying very few items inside of it, and the bag is so soft it kind of just caves, which is interesting because the bag is soft but the interior is very structured and hard. But I love it. I'm happy with it. I think I made the right choice. I'm having a hard time because there's nothing in this, but there we go. And my CA she assured me that if I have any problems with it, to bring it back on first notice, bring it back, and they would replace it. Because I also heard, and I asked her, that if you brought something back to Louis, they were so backed up that people weren't getting their bags back in a timely manner. It was taking months to almost a year to get your bag back if you sent it back for repairs. And she assured me, if you bring this bag back in for any type of glazing issue or any type of lifting issue, we'll replace the bag in store. We won't send it out for repair. So that gave me a little bit of comfort right there. And I was just so, I don't know, I'm pleased with it, but we'll see. And stay tuned for the follow-up on this and my next video. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you so much. Please subscribe, like, and click the notification to get my next video and or giveaway. Take care. Be blessed. God bless you. God be with you. May the favor of the Lord be upon you today and always. Take care.